Hello! Trying to put a little more personality into this because I've noticed that some of my videos don't have a lot of personality with it. So let's try it on this one. Bradley here. I'm going to talk to you guys today about beta riders. Wow, I done messed that up. Beta readers. I have recently came across some that I allowed to review the first chapter of my second book. And I have to tell you, I've got nothing but awesome feedback from it. Not one negative thing was said, except for, there's a character that's mentioned that they just don't like. But other than that, it's pretty good. But I'm going to tell you guys, a beta reader is someone who you can send a sample to, or your whole manuscript to, or send them chapter by chapter by chapter, and they'll give you feedback on your words, your grammar, your format, the way the chapters or the story flows, and then you give them an interview. And I compiled a list of right at 11 questions roughly, and I'm just going to tell you what those questions were. My first question was, who was your favorite character in the first chapter, and why? And of course, the second question is, who's your least favorite character, and why? I like to know the explanation on why, because I like to have people get their, I want to hear their insight on why they think they don't like this character or why they love this character. A third question would be, what's their initial thought after when they started reading the chapter, like exactly what they began to think. And like I said, it was a lot of good reviews with that one. My fourth question is, I really don't want to say because it actually deals with the chapter, and if you ain't read it, then you really don't know what it is. So I'm just going to leave that to your mind. But part of that question was that particular scene in that chapter placed correctly, and everyone said it was, so that makes me feel better. The fifth question was there anything confusing about the chapter, and everyone said no, it flowed really well, and they got everything, they understood everything, and it was pretty good. So I'm like, well, hell yeah, we good to roll now. The sixth question and the seventh question was all of a scale of 1 to 10. Number 6 was, how eager are you to read the next chapter? And everybody has said that they just can't wait to read it. And so I'm going to be in the process of kind of editing it a little more, and then I will send it out to the beta readers that have read, and that way I can give them a little more insight. And of course, most of them, they didn't, most of them, one of them said 10, as in very eager. But almost everybody else was like 13 or 26 or 11, so it kind of went above and beyond. So I'm like, well, hell yeah, that is just awesome. Seventh question, like I said, was scale of 1 to 10. It was, how much did you enjoy the chapter? Which is kind of a redundant question considering the question before it. So I still asked it though, and everybody was like, oh, they can't wait, and they loved it. The eighth question was, do you have any predictions of the story? And some people had some, while others was like, I really don't know where you're going to take it, and I can't wait to find out. So I was like, doing a pretty damn good job. And also, part of that question was, if they had a prediction, would it help or hurt the story? And their prediction was they would love to see it in the story. And funny thing is, there was a prediction that's actually almost spot on, which I don't care, because it goes with the story, and they would love to see that, and it's already written, so boom. Money in the bank. Number 9. Is there a moment you would like to see more explained? And most of them was like, well, I'd like to know why this character was there, or why he was at this certain spot in that chapter. And of course, I'm not going to reveal it to you from the beginning, because it will be later on explained. I just don't know how far into the story I'm going to let it run. And number 10 was, does the relationship between Atlas and Aurora, which if you've not read Zed's Rising, that's the two of the main characters. Atlas is the very main character, the one chronicling the entire zombie apocalypse story that he's going through. But everyone said yes, it's very believable, they would love to have a relationship like they do, and they can't wait to see what happens between them. And before my phone dies, because unfortunately it's at 15%, I ain't charged it yet, I'm going to try and get through some of the answers that some of these people did. Alright, one beta reader, when I asked them who the favorite character was, they actually said Aurora, which is pretty awesome. I love that, the secondary main character is a favorite. And they said because she's a beacon of hope for Atlas, and that is just amazing because that's exactly what I was going for. And the least favorite character that they had was the unknown person in the back at the tree line. Of course, you're not going to like him or her, could be him or her, because you don't know exactly why they're there, and I can see that, so we're okay. Of course, and then another beta reader said their favorite character was actually Ophelia, which, she's not a main character, but, she is part of the story, and I thought that was pretty interesting that they picked her. I mean, she is a damn good character, if I can say so myself, and I just love how someone was like, I think she might be my favorite, instead of the automatic assumption that one of the complete main characters is going to be their favorite, which is just great. So I love it. And they say it's because they're hoping for her to break out, to become something very special, and she has a side to her that the beta reader wants to see, and it's coming, so don't you worry. And of course, another was the dark figure that I explained in the book. That's two people that said that was their least favorite character. Like I said, I can understand. Just gotta wait and see what happens. I'm going through my notebooks. I wrote down their answers. Another beta reader said also Aurora was her favorite character. Awesome. Just pure awesome, because I love Aurora. I made her from scratch, and she is honestly a perfect beacon. I just love it. And they said that their least favorite character was the people involved in a type of chaos. I'm not going to say what it is. A type of chaos that happened in the first chapter, along with the dark figure. No one likes that person. Alright, another beta reader, and she kind of went into a good explanation with this one. They said their favorite character was Atlas. That's just freaking awesome. I want him to be most of the people's favorites, but when they go kind of off on their own and say, Sean is their favorite, or Chase, or Brock, or Sloan, or Seth, or Emmett, or one of them, I mean, that's just awesome to me. But when they say Atlas, oh my god, it just sends a tingle. And they said they like Atlas, even though it seemed like everything had fallen apart, he found happiness with Aurora. And I'm like, yeah, that's just awesome. And they said that he is a real hero, a protector, and a safe place for everyone. And that's exactly what I wanted to portray him as. And the funny thing is, this person, they said that their least favorite character is Sean, which he is a good main character. And it's funny that the reason they don't like him is because of what he had to do in the chapter, so that way some people could get away safely. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because you're going to have to read it. But I mean, that's actually pretty. I think it's cool, even though it sucks. Not like, it sucks that. I don't know how to explain this. I'm not saying it sucks because they think that's their least favorite character. I'm saying it sucks that he is a least favorite character, if you understand what I'm saying. And another beta reader, they said Atlas was their favorite character because he has a lot of heart and very caring and giving, and reminds him of the beta reader. And I was like, well, there we go. I actually connected one of my characters with an actual reader besides myself, and that's just phenomenal. And who would have thought? Their least favorite character? Sean. Oh my goodness. And it's for the same reason as the last one. Actually, I can't tell you who, or I can't tell you what happened. But yeah, that's the only reason why they don't like Sean in that first chapter. But once you read more and you actually get into the mindset, you'll understand why that happened. And like I said, some people have predictions. There was a beta reader. I mean, she got really insightful. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Look, she got me a new desk. How awesome is that? And got TV on it. Sorry. Anyways, there was one. I'm trying to find it here. The prediction. She says that she predicts that Atlas will lose his way and people will question his sanity. Let's see how that turns out. Because she said it's pretty cool how, you got Aurora, which is the Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis, and then you got Atlas, who is actually, kind of like a roadmap, and it'd be awesome if, he lost his way, and Aurora kind of brings him back because, she's a bright, shining star of his life on the other side of their daughter, Kyrie, which if you read the first book, you know who Kyrie is. And they want me to give Kyrie more, kind of like a reintroduction into this chapter in case someone hasn't read the first book. So that's what I'm going to actually incorporate just a little bit. And they said that they love a strong female character that matches the male main character. And I'm so glad I accomplished that with people, because that is exactly what I'm going for. And that's why they love Aurora and Atlas so much, because they are just, oh my God, they're perfect. These reviews, oh my goodness, they are just phenomenal. I loved it. I'm looking for more beta readers, and the ones that have answered me back, I am going to send them more samples of the second book and get more feedback from it. And writing is just amazing, and I love the reviews I get from people. I have yet to see one negative review. I mean, I've got one-ish. It was back when Zed's Rising was first released on ebook. He asked me if it was my first draft, and I was like, well, I did do some editing and some rewrites, but it was kind of quick. Which, the sad part is, I made the mistake of not using beta readers before releasing my first book, which I should have. I know I should have, but I'm just learning, so give me just a little credit. But anyways, I'm at 12 minutes now, and I'm sorry this was such a long video, but I just wanted to share this with everybody. I just want to say thank you all for watching. If you haven't bought Zed's Rising yet, it's available on Amazon.com. An ebook, sorry I started to stutter again, an ebook and also paperback. I'm working on The Followers right now, which is the second installment of the Zed's Rising series. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. I hate it when that happens. I was actually on a good roll too. Anyways, I'm at 12:39 now. Don't forget that I am doing a book signing in Glasgow, Kentucky on May 9th. I have an authors convention in Cave City, Kentucky, September 23rd. And I will be happy to showcase anybody's work, poetry, stories, even drawings. I would love it. I would love to share other people's works, because I know how it is to be involved in this big passion that you have, and I want to share everybody's, and I'll do it for free. I'm serious, for free. So let me showcase your work. I will get it out there, and I have an interview set up with local. He's he's pretty local. He's not too far from here, but his name's Benjamin Salas, and he has written many books, mostly short stories. And I sent him a list of questions I'd like for him to answer, and he's going to get back to me. And then I'm going to try and do my next video on him showcasing some of his stuff, because like I said, I bought one of his books. It's called The Ghost Story. I've got it on Amazon Kindle, and it is just phenomenal. It kind of reminds you of something that Stephen King would write, with the mixture of Secret Window and stuff like that. It's just wonderful. But anyways, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel below, and I will see you guys next time. And I'm going to try and get in routine of posting at least every Monday. I'll go with Monday, because I always have extra hours. It's just this week has been freakishly hectic. But don't forget, I'm going to start posting videos on Mondays. Everybody else is doing it like on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and of course I'm freaking doing it everywhere. But love you guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to buy my book, and pay attention, because soon I might be doing a giveaway. I'm highly thinking about it. I think it'd be nice. And I'm also, if you have an idea for some cover art, my publisher company allows me to send in a drawing or picture that I'd like to have as my cover. And if you might be interested, I will gladly accept some submissions. Just email me at bradinfinity2589@gmail.com and send it to me, and I will take a look at it. Or if you want to hear an idea I have for the cover and you draw it out, just hit me up. You can follow me on Tumblr as Zed's Author. You can follow me on Twitter as Aspiring Zeds, and Facebook at facebook.com/storiesinthemaking2016. My name's Bradley Watson Box. Same picture on this on my YouTube as it is on my Facebook. But anyway, sorry I ran late. It is now 15 minutes and 22 seconds. So love you guys. Have a good weekend. Be safe and happy Easter.